Come on, dude. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to One Track Mind. We're currently making our way through the list as we count down to my #1 line from last season. Today I've got a rad line to share with you guys. It's in a classic Tahoe zone, but this line in particular rarely fills in. It took a record year to make this line doable, and it's my #7 pick of 2023.
Hold on.
Bear with me on this episode as there's a lot of vertical iPhone shots. To be honest, this series is a bit of an afterthought, so I'm doing the best to tell my story with the actual footage that I have. Moving forward, I'm going to be shooting a lot more behind the scenes type footage on this series, so I can bring you guys right into the action. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's dive into this line. This story picks up where we left off in episode 3, and that's right in the heart of Nevada. We had spent the past few weeks on the road, bouncing around in the camper and exploring new spots on Highway 50. It was an epic trip, but the boys and I were spent and ready to unwind. Luckily, this little dive in Middlegate provided.
Dude, one hell of an adventure.
To an amazing adventure.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
It was a little bittersweet to be headed home.
Reset real quick,
Yeah.
but I just want to turn around and come right back.
We all missed our significant others and needed a reset, but we were also having so much fun out there, it was hard to leave. I arrived home to another snowstorm in Tahoe. It was crazy. It's easily the most snow I've ever seen in my life.
Well, here's my house. As you can see, the snowbank has reached greater heights than my house, and I think it's safe to say that Tahoe is officially buried. If you look down the street here, 20-foot tall snowbanks everywhere. This is literally insane.
The next day as the storm wound down, my wife and I took advantage of our backyard and took the dog for a nice walk in the mountains.
Super happy to have this guy back in town. Ew. So good.
It was the perfect way to reset and feel grounded back at home. I love these days out with my ladies. These are priceless moments for me. The following day was forecast to be sunny, and with these conditions, that meant one thing to me. It's time to get back to work. I needed shots for the new blank film Fortune Hunters, which if you haven't seen, it's a heater. So take a look for the link in the description below.
That's what I call striking it rich.
Anyway, my homie iDub was down to help film this day, and I was fired up to see how this zone was shaping up. Needless to say, the zone looked all time. I started here for a little warm-up run, and although I've skied this line a number of times, I've never seen it so filled in. This is typically an exposed technical move, and this year, it's just a simple little double.
Dropping.
I love this view from the top. This line is so steep it just rolls out of sight. It's actually kind of intimidating. And these turns right here, whew, don't get much better than this. Given the perfect conditions, I was fired up to try this line that rarely fills in. I love the fact the space is guarded by this big cliff at the top too. It's like a rite of passage. And really, what better way to start a line? Alright, I'm gonna let this drone angle run because I love this shot my buddy iDub captured. After this entrance there, you'll see I'm ripping right along, and then I get a little hung up here. And that's going to make a lot more sense when we look at this POV. Okay, now for the POV, which I think does this line way better justice. Check out this move to get onto the spine. Whew. Now that's no gimme. And for the last crux, this blind takeoff to pinpoint landing. It was an absolute treat to ski this line, and especially in such good condition. Years like this in the Sierra don't come often, so when they do, it's really cool to tick off those rare lines. Well, on that note, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of One Track Mind. Don't forget to tune in next week as I head back into Nevada in pursuit of first descents and rowdy lines. Have a good one, y'all.